Kansas Analytics is an incredible and flexible tool to review data. Today we're going to explore its use in review of specific neighborhood to build some comparative statistics, looking at sales data versus the population to check ratios, trends, and consistency of application of things like quality and CDU as an example. Some like to open two sessions of KA and compare directly on the screen. Others may want to cut and paste data, designing maybe a template in Excel or PowerPoint that can be saved or can produce more statistics. The options are really up to the user. Because of the difficulties involved with using two screens in a video, we'll copy our data and post it to a template of our design. We'll begin in the sales module of KA, and we will take a look at neighborhood 108 as an example. So we'll go to our filter and we'll simply find neighborhood 108. Okay. Since we are looking at sales, we also want to limit our sales to valid sales. And because of the market trend of the last few years, we may want to limit our sales to only the last, for example, 3 years. Make sure we have enough data to look at. So we'll do that. You can submit this or simply hit enter and hit stats. And now we have stats related to 3 years of sales, neighborhood 108 available to us. All done with our filters. Now you can review this on the screen, but maybe you want to copy and paste that. So I'm going to copy it, right click, and I'm going to open up a template that I have in place in Excel. And this is for a section for sales data, and I'm simply going to paste that right there. And so now my data is a little bit bigger, a little easier to review and easier to do some calculations on. Now minimize that for a moment. And we're going to go back, and while we're here, we're going to look at some additional data. And we'll have to reapply a filter because this is a different set of statistics. And we'll set our neighborhood again to 108. And that's really all we need to do at this point because we're looking at a trend of sales over time. So we'll hit enter. And you'll see a regression price per square foot market trend. If you choose to, you can simply copy this. Again, copy the image. And you can open up your template again. And maybe you want to just push it somewhere onto the page. There you go. And you can resize that as needed. Now, while we're here, below your graph, you will see a compilation of statistics relative to the sales that are in this neighborhood. It's a breakdown in price per square foot by things such as architectural style, basement foundation type, the difference in each CDU level and grade level. All useful information. Now, all you have to do here is you can print this as a separate document by right-clicking and hitting print, and all this will print and you can save as a PDF. Now we'll go back to the main residential file. And in this case, all we need to do is filter down to neighborhood 108. We're not restricting it to any properties. We want everything. And we'll click on stats. Same set of stats minus obviously sales information. So we'll copy and paste those. Put our sheet back up. Go to the area for the neighborhood data. Paste that information. And you'll notice that I've made a couple of calculations at the bottom of my worksheet showing that the median ratio is 88.2, average ratio is 88, and the percent of sales of the population, in other words, how many valid sales out of the total population in there, and that's right at 9.7. Historically, we've been seeing that in this county at about 10%. COD of 5.92. You can now take this information and start comparing some things, checking obviously your sales price per square foot. So there is some difference there indicated by the ratio. Your belts are close. Total living area is close. Land value is reasonably close. Come down to foundation types. They are pretty similar as well. Nothing out of the ordinary there. As you look at CDUs, though, you see some differences. You see that in your population, average constitutes 32% of your population, whereas with the sales, it's only 12.5%. You see a bigger increase in good and good plus. What's that telling us? It's telling us that as properties sell, we are raising the CDU probably to approach that sales price. So that is an indication that we need to do some rework in our neighborhood to get all the properties up to that level. Same issue, although to a less degree, with our quality or ranking. This is just one way to review neighborhood data. You can break that down into different groupings. You can look for outliers, that sort of thing. But this is one way to determine those areas that may need more review or cleanup and attention. See you next time.